know, kind of working my way up. I went to a meeting tonight on the planning board, and now Ralph, I found out Ralph resigned, and just kind of working my way up. So I'm not quite sure what I'm getting into here, being an alternate versus this board here. So I just kind of working my way up and want to know a little bit about it and see if I can help out the community and the township.
Okay. A little bit about your background then?
Background, I'm a project manager for a construction company out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. It's Pearly Holiday. And what does Pearly Holiday do? They build cold storage warehousing and USDA processing plants. And I'm a project manager for them. And what I do is I design the building with our designers. I buy out the job, get the contractors lined up, get the job completed, and pay the bills. So I do a lot with townships. I sit in front of zoning boards and planning boards to explain what we're putting in, what it's going to look like, what it's going to sound like. There's a lot of refrigeration, it's loud, and just answer questions.
Okay. All right, Chuck?
Yeah, Mr. Flint, what do you believe you have as far as qualities or attributes that would make you feel that you are qualified to be a supervisor, or perhaps more qualified than the other applicants?
Just the training I've had with townships when I sit in front of townships and zoning, and I don't know much about your positions at all, but I know how townships work when it comes to the planning board, zoning board, and I feel like I'd like to give back some of my experience to the local township and help out where I can.
With respect to New Hanover Township, what do you feel are the 3 biggest challenges or issues that our township will face over the next 5 years?
I think when it comes to the quarry here is a big issue here. I hear. I don't know all the details about it. I know there's a lot of people that don't want it, but some people do want it, and you guys are all sitting on the board deciding what you want to do. I guess traffic impact in the area. Now there's more development going in, intersections, and what's all needed for an intersection, and what, just road improvements. And then also, like when it comes to shopping centers, when it comes to, just different things that we're going to bring to the community and decide on when it comes to improving the township.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Marie?
How large of a staff do you manage, roughly?
When it comes to subcontractors?
Mm-hmm. Well, you have, it says on your managing staff.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes 20, 30 people that I correspond with. I have a weekly meeting on job sites and sit down with the contractors and go over scheduling, manpower, financial things, and just to get a complete scope of the work and then get it done on time for the owner. So I'd say 30, 40 people at a time.
Okay. Andrew?
I really don't have anything. You did a good job and kind of gives me your experience.
What I want to do, I just want to help out the township. If I can help out the township, or any of these areas, you on your board, the planning board, I'm willing to do it. I'm not picking one board to go on. It's up to you guys. And that's what I just said over there in the township. So wherever I can fit in, I'm willing to jump in and help out.
That's great. And again, we really appreciate the fact you've taken the time to come out tonight, obviously to both meetings.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little late.
No, that's fine, because there's two of the people on the planning that we are actually waiting to come over here when that meeting's done, if we can, so it worked out well. But we want to say thank you for, showing the interest in wanting to be part of the township, to help do things going forward. We have 10 applicants we're going through for this. We're going to try and go through all of it tonight. So you should hear from us as far as this position, hopefully, within a day or so, we're going to make a decision and go forward. But with that, I just want to say thank you, appreciate it coming out again. You have anything you wanna add?
Yeah, what are my responsibilities for sitting on the board? I mean, what am I gonna, I'm not quite sure.
If you would sit on the Board of Supervisors, basically, we oversee everything in the township. So we maintain the budget. Obviously, we have a manager that handles our day-to-day, but, you know, we need to oversee all the budget, the financing, the police department. Our job is to sit and oversee that, and make sure that it's running properly, do the budget, make sure we're staying within our budget, things like that.
How often do you get together?
Once or twice a month, depending upon the month. We are, I guess, the board of directors of the township, and this is our chief executive officer who basically runs the government, so.
You know, do you guys get together besides just a couple times a month, or is that basically it? That's all you need to get together?
That's all we
Yeah,
need to get.
budget time, probably a few more times.
Yeah, during the budget process, we'll probably meet every 2 to 3 weeks.
I just wanna see how much of my time that it's gonna be required for that.
You also wanna make sure, we also act as liaison to the different departments. There's oftentimes we have to be available for meetings there, whether it be the finance, the department, the road crew, the liaison for the police department, so there's always things that kind of pull you there. So if you're really looking at, you know, from a time perspective, you know, Chuck and I sat for 2.5 hours, Monday at a meeting.
Is it at nighttime, or is it during the day, or?
Our typical board meetings are in the evening, but there is sometimes a day commitment. But again, we all work full-time.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we all have jobs.
So we all figure out when we
The
get
average is out to
one guy
38 cents an hour, so we're well.
I just
You make more than me.
Wait, give him a raise.
Yeah, I work in Westchester, so I mean, I got a commitment down there, but
Sure.
every evening's open, you know, a day here and there. I set my own schedule, so a 10 o'clock meeting somewhere is not a big deal for me.
And we're kind of all in the same boat, well, except for Marie's the only one that actually has a locked-in schedule, kind of.
Well,
The three of
yeah.
us kind of can be flexible. Again, tonight was a compromise, because tonight was really the only night the four of us could get our schedules to jive to get this done tonight prior to our meeting next week, so, you know, we're flexible about it. It's kind of hit and miss. But 1-2 meetings a month, maybe a meeting here and there with, like you said, whoever you end up being the liaison for. And then October, November, we tend to have a couple extra meetings to do the budget process.
Now, what happens after you get in? You get voted every couple of years from the?
If you would get the position that's open now, that would be
The term's about a year and a half.
about a year and a half. That would be up for re-election next year right away because of the term. And once you're re-elected, it's a 6-year term.
Oh, 6 years, okay.
Yeah, it's a 6-year term.
All right, great.
Okay?
Mhm.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, great. Again,
Good.
thank you. Good seeing you.